Hello ladies and gentlemen, the unknown species. Welcome back. As always, I'm xHitoBiteZ and this is Digimon FireRed. So as always, I am a zombie when I run. So yesterday when I was going to sleep, I was thinking, you know, why not have a topic ready for today? And that's a good idea, man. To have a topic ready and all. It's a good idea. So today, I don't really have a topic ready, but I do kind of have a topic ready. So let's get into it. What are we gonna talk about? Nvidia! Yeah, let's talk about Nvidia. Primarily the company and its stock, because I think everyone else already knows about everything else, like the GTX 1080 being the strongest, powerfulest thing in the world. So let's get into this. Nvidia stock right now is at $61 and some change. I don't remember the exact amount. I can pull up my phone right now, but the market is still open, so it's gonna fluctuate. There, I just unlocked my cell phone, going into that Yahoo Finance, refreshing the page. And there it is, $61.39. That's what it's at right now. It actually hasn't moved. It's been a whole like 30 seconds and the stock has not moved even once. And oh, there we go, $61.38. All right. Anyway, so what we're gonna talk about is the fact that this thing is too expensive. It has a freaking, where's the PE? Where is it? PE of 41. What kind of price to earnings is that? Now that's not too bad, if you think about it. Cause you know, you can talk about some other stuff like Netflix. Even though Netflix should not be considered very similar in any way to this, but the reason that I'm bringing up Netflix is because Netflix is a streaming service and Nvidia is trying to enter that market, but more along the lines of the streaming gaming. The streaming gaming? So what Nvidia has been doing is cloud computing, and its cloud computing has been doing pretty good. Last year, its last fiscal year, it made a little over 5 billion. I think it was 5,075 million, something along those lines, which is pretty good if you compare it to the year before. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good improvement, and this year is gonna probably be even better, and that's pretty good. But the stock has not been following any sensical route. The stock has gone from about $18 to what it is right now, which is $61.43, and it's done that in mid 2015. It was at $18. So you're talking about a year, about 1 year, the stock has gone from 18 to 61. That is a freaking threefold gain. That's actually more than a threefold gain, but we can just say it's a threefold gain, because I don't really feel like doing the math of exactly how much it is. Although 18 times 3 is what, like 56 or something? Probably not 56. It's probably like 54. Anyway, what I was saying is that the stock is not making any sense. Earnings. So, one thing that's pretty cool about the market is that people, especially investors, a lot of like average investors, even a lot of people that just don't know any better, even like Wall Streeters, a lot of people on Wall Street just don't know any better, although they act like they know a lot. They don't really know too much. And what ends up happening is that these people inflate the price of the stock to no tomorrow, and it's a bit ridiculous. I mean, Nvidia is such a hot stock right now. It's like what everyone's talking about. And I'm like, oh my god, this thing is either going to have a major crash and people are going to lose a lot of money, or its earnings are about to explode and people are going to hopefully hold us for a long run. I have no idea what's going to go on, but from the look of it, it's just overpriced. It's way too expensive. Another thing I'd like to point out is Activision. Activision is a great company. It has a phenomenal amount of revenue. It's really sort of fixed itself from the World of Warcraft. You know, World of Warcraft is dying, and Activision has really, brought in some new IPs to fix its dying cash cow, which is fine and good. But the stock is kind of pricey. It's priced at about 41 times earnings, which is okay if you think about it. 41 times earnings is okay depending on what you think is gonna happen with the company. I think that 41 earnings is a little expensive. EA, on the other hand, is also a pretty good company who's really fixed itself. It's really pushed itself into the digital era, and it's also brought in its own streaming service. Well, it's technically not really a streaming service, but it's a monthly subscription thing. EA Origin has EA Access for Xbox One, which is $30 a year, or you can get it on PC for $5 a month, which is equivalent to $60 a year. I would assume it's also on PS4. I'm actually don't remember off the top of my head if it's on PS4. But EA is only 21 price to earnings, while Activision is 41 price to earnings. So you're talking about nearly double. You're paying, even though the stock is about half of what EA stock is, you're paying nearly double because of its PE ratio. The actual price of the stock is usually less relevant. People don't realize that the actual price of the stock is not all that important. I don't know why people don't realize that. People see, like, Amazon is like $800 or something. I think it's actually like $764, I think? I can check it. Let's check Amazon. Amazon is at $762. It's great. I mean, I have no idea. I'm just going all over the place today. We've talked about the Amazonians. We've talked about the Clawbelagojugoflomians. What have we not touched on? Let's see. Line! If you follow my blog, you know that recently I posted a blog about Line. Line, man, Line is a publicly traded company. Its stock is at $46.49. I am not buying that stock. Not at $46.49. No way in poops. I don't know anything about the sticker market, but what I do know is that Line is a great company. I might have just broken my controller. I hope I did not break my controller. It seems to be working. Line is a great company. I don't remember what I was going to say about Line. So, let's go back to Nvidia. Nvidia is doing a couple of things. Nvidia is entering the platform of self-driving car, which, if I remember correctly, last year it bought in about 300 million revenue, which is good. However, you have to realize what else is going on. Intel is in that business, and we don't. What the heck, Magna Dramon? Holy freaking Magna Dramon. This dude, I want him in my party right freaking now. How do I add him? I'm adding him right now. How do we add him? Alright, anyway. Nvidia also has a partnership with Intel. Well, not a partnership. but it's licensed some stuff out to Intel, and it's making about 300 million in revenue a year from it. However, it's expiring pretty soon, and if it's not renewed or anything, then wait. I think it's actually Intel that pays, or it's actually Nvidia that pays Intel. See, now I don't even know. See, it's all the fault of me not doing enough research and just talking off the top of my head. But anyways, there is a contract with Intel and Nvidia that's expiring, and we have no idea if it'll be renewed, and that's about 300, or actually I think it's like 268 million revenue a year, and when it expires, that's a potential 268 million gone, which is, although it doesn't seem like a lot of money, that's kind of a lot of money when Nvidia's income, or excuse me, Nvidia's yearly revenue is only about 5 billion. That's about 5% of its revenue or so, which is a lot. So if Nvidia fails to bring in this revenue, then, you know, the stock might have a big drop. Also, a lot of people, I think a lot of people seem to be banking on the self-driving thing really hitting off in the next few years, which maybe that's what's gonna happen. I have no idea, but you know, if we talk about regulations, it's possible that it might be a while until self-driving cars become mainstream. I hope it comes out sooner rather than later. I really like what Elon's doing. I really like what Mercedes is doing. Elon, by Elon I mean Tesla. I really like what BMW is doing. Ford just recently announced that by 2021 they'll likely have their self-driving cars out. Ford's partnered with Intel. Intel's working on a self-driving platform. A lot of things make me just very nervous about Nvidia, is what I'm trying to say. Have I really gone about 12 minutes not even knowing what in the world I'm talking about, except for the fact that I'm talking about the stock market? This aid, if I remember, gives you experience share, and yes, that's exactly what he does. I only have 49? Oh, okay. Let's go right now. Right now, we're gonna capture the first thing that's cool. The first thing that's cool on this battle. Right now, Viximon, I think I already have one. That's poop. Alright, we'll go to the next one. So, let's just continue talking about the stupid Nvidia mon and how Nvidia is scaring me. So, Nvidia's cloud computing platform is also pretty good. It's brought in a little over 300 million in revenue last year, which is good, but its cloud computing its cloud computing platform, I don't actually know the specifics of it. Biomon, hey. I don't actually know the specifics of it, but I know it includes their like own console thing, the Tegra or whatever their console's called. It includes their monthly subscription thing, which is like $8.99 a month, where you can just stream games, whatever games, on their console. And I don't know, probably some other thing. I know their main source of revenue is from their GPUs, obviously. That brings in like almost all of their money. But you know, they're trying to diversify, and there's one thing I really like about Nvidia. The CEO has actually been there since, I believe, 96 or maybe 93. So he's really dedicated, and I'm really glad about that. So I'm hoping that he continues to be the CEO of Nvidia for quite some time, because to be honest, I actually would love to buy Nvidia, the stock. I do have an Nvidia GPU, I think, the GTX 960, but I'd like to buy the stock. I just think at $60 it's way too expensive, and maybe I'll never buy it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll keep going up, and then I'll never buy it. But if I'm not wrong, there's going to be a massive crash, and I think that the stock is probably going to drop back to like $15 or $20 or $25. I would hope it doesn't have that major of a drop, because that's a pretty freaking large drop from current levels, but it might have a pretty major drop. So let's move on to Safari Zone. I don't remember the Safari Zone all that well, so this is off the top of my head. How do we get to Surf, and how do we get to Strength, and how do we get to Golden Teeth? Alright, let's see how memory serves me. We have, I believe, enough steps? Yes, we have 600 steps. So we go this way, we go this way, we go this way, we go this way. And then, what else should we talk about? Intel. I want to talk about Intel. Intel has been, you know, taking a huge hit. You know, its stock has been doing pretty bad because the PC market is declining, and the PC market is declining. You know what I just realized? The CPUs are really in danger, but the GPUs seem to be increasing. It's pretty interesting. Nvidia also owns about 80% of the GPU market. About 20 or so percent is owned by AMD, which is pretty good, nice to be honest. I actually think though, as time goes on, Nvidia will actually start losing market share because AMD's new GPUs have actually been phenomenal. I actually like the GTX 1060 and 1070 and 1080, so I think I would prefer that, but AMD's 400 line is really good, and their Fury line, their HRM, whatever it's called, is doing really well, seeing significant sales. Their stock has also been doing well. AMD stock, I think, is at $7 now, which is good, or maybe it's a little over $7. We can check that out right now. We can check that out right now as we get into this battle and we just run away from it. So we go AMD, and that'll load. When I click it, AMD is at $6.70. That's because today and yesterday and the past few days it's been dropping significantly because the market's been down a little bit. So you know, sometimes things like that happen. I don't remember what I was talking about, to be honest. Yo, you know what I want to talk about? Let's talk about Twitter, man. Twitter's been doing pretty good. Twitter's been introducing a lot of new features. I don't really use Twitter all that much, but I did log on and I see they have like moments, and it's like an electric zigzagoon sign. Zigzagoon. It's a Pokemon. So it has that. It has nice, cool ads, very similar to how Facebook's doing its ads. It's very interesting and cool and awesome. What else? You can follow people or something. I don't know. Have you always been able to follow people? Maybe not. I actually don't remember. I think I just went the wrong way. Yeah. Oh, no, I did not. Quick Claw. Yes, that's why I always go this way, to get Quick Claw. Quick Claw is great. We do not go down. We actually go up, and then we go down here. And then we go up here. Oh, man. I have no idea. Oh! Chikoraka Roman. What's the next stock we're gonna talk about? Let's talk about Google. Google's a great company. Last year, Google made about $72 billion, which is great. I think it was up about 30% year over year. Last quarter, it was good. Its core business grew, I think, 28 or 33%, something along those lines. What else happened? It's been spending a lot more on its other bets. It's been failing with Google Fiber, which is its like own internet service. Actually, AT&T has a very similar internet service. It's called like AT&T Giga, which is about the same price, to be honest. And it gives, basically, from what I understand, it gives exactly the same things as Google Fiber, excuse me. But I don't know 100%. Hey, by the way, I just made it with 210 steps left to go. So, you know, I don't know too much, but I do know that it's good. Google Fiber is failing, and AT&T Giga is doing great. Google Fi, Project Fi, which is Google's cellular service, partnered with T-Mobile and Sprint to bring out its own cellular service, which is $20 a month, for base, and then $10 per gigabyte that you use, which is pretty good if you ask me. It's not doing all that well because of the limitation of the number of phones that you can bring in, and that's really what's causing it to sort of fail in a sense. To be honest, I actually want to get rid of Byte and keep Ice Ball and Ice Beam, only because of what we're going to be doing pretty soon with the gym leaders. I think having both Ice Ball and Ice Beam will ultimately be positive. What other stocks can we talk about? This is the problem. I don't know what other stocks I can talk about, because I don't remember any other stocks. I mean, I remember all the stocks, but I don't remember any that I actually want to talk about. It's like, do you actually want to talk about Facebook? No, I mean, everyone already knows everything about Facebook. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about Macy's? I already made a video on Macy's, dudes. Have you guys seen it? You guys should see my Macy's video. If you haven't, there'll be a link in the description, or you can click the I right on the top. Macy's is a good company, kind of. But a better company, at least in the retail market, is probably Nordstrom. I actually like Nordstrom a little bit more than Macy's at the moment, but I own Macy's and not Nordstrom. Also, Bergermon, hey. What other stocks can we talk about? Can we talk about Coca-Cola? Coca-Cola is good, man. Coca-Cola is good. I think Coca-Cola is starting to see that it needs to make better drinks. And that's what it's doing. It's winning in the markets that it needs to win at, which is its Honest Tea or Simply Liquid, whatever it's called. I don't actually remember off the top of my head. Pure Leaf maybe, or maybe it's Honest Tea, or maybe both of them are owned by Coca-Cola. I actually don't remember off the top of my head. There's a lot of companies. Dude, this is not a Digimon. I mean, I'll capture him nonetheless, but this is not a Digimon. Better not run away. Better not cry. You better not die. You better not jump off that flipping cliff, because I'm going to eat you tonight. Did I scare anyone? I'm not actually gonna eat you. Tauros fled. Great. So today was a good video. Once I run out of steps, then we'll end it. Obviously there was nothing that I really wanted to talk about the game, because all we were doing was fighting trainers and working our way towards Fuchsia City, which we, you know, did enter, and obviously we got surf and everything. But aside from that, you know, we didn't do much. But there's actually one last thing I want to do. One last thing, just bear with me. I know today was all about, I guess, stocks, but not really, because I didn't explain too much, or maybe I did. I actually don't even remember what I said. I just remember I talked about Nvidia and some other stuff. So, you give him the gold teeth, he talks, and then he gives you strength. And then you can use strength on that boulder and get that rare candy. Do I know who I want to teach strength to? No, I do not. So why don't we just, before we end it off, let's just do, see, he has good attack, she has good attack, he has bad attack, he has good attack, he has good attack. Maybe we'll teach it to Devimon, or maybe we'll just teach it to Metal Garurumon, since he's my, like, you know, slave at the moment, my HM mule. He can't learn it, but Devimon can. So can Sylphimon. Oh man. Do we teach it to Devimon, or do we teach it to Sylphimon? I think we actually teach it to Sylphimon. Let me see what attack Sylphimon has, I forgot. Aerial Ace, Hyper Voice. We'll get rid of Hyper Voice for strength. I know strength is weaker than Hyper Voice, but you know what? Ooh, you know what? No. We will teach it to Devimon. I changed my mind. Devimon is the winner. What are we gonna get rid of? Oh god, why do you wanna ask me this stupid question, man? You know what? Okay. I don't know what I want, okay? I know I'm a dumb dingly dong who does not know anything about life, okay? So we're teaching it to Sylphimon. I've made my decision. We're gonna get rid of Hyper Voice. I know Hyper Voice is a lot stronger, but who gives a dingly dong? Because I don't know what else to do with my life. Alright, so this is a little bit of a longer video in terms of my Pokemon videos, Digimon FireRed videos, excuse me. I know this is about 26 minutes, but it's okay because we did a lot of stuff. We got a rare candy, and that's it. So thank you guys all for watching, and if you enjoyed this video in any capacity, make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, don't forget to rub the rubber ducky.